next up is Megan Goett. I need another card for this one. She's the MD and Global Head of Digital Marketing, Branding, and Design at Morgan Stanley. And we've been friends for actually 10 years. So thank you so much, Megan, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you a couple of lightning round questions to start us off. So Megan, if you were going to explain your job to your grandmother in 20 seconds, how would you explain it?
Yes, in 20 seconds. So my team is responsible for building technology, designing that technology, figuring out how users need to navigate around that technology, and then all of the things that are driving to that technology. So take a website for an example. We're going to build it, we're going to design it, we're going to make sure that it is maintained, and then we're going to take all of the things that go to that website, such as advertising, social media, email marketing, and work on those elements and components.
Awesome. I honestly think your grandmother would understand that. All right. Next question. What was your first job ever?
So my first job ever was probably babysitting / like camp counselor roles. My first real job, and not that those are not real jobs, but my first like job where I was responsible and had a direct manager was working at the Gap in high school.
Did you have any funny stories from working at the Gap? Like, did you ever have to like stop a shoplifter or anything?
Yeah, I have a lot of funny stories from when I worked at the Gap, but there was a woman who everybody thought was a shoplifter, to your point, that you just like triggered my brain. And she would come in, everybody would always talk about her. And then one day I realized it was one of my mother's friends. And so essentially I was like, yeah, she's definitely not shoplifting. She's just a kind of a quirky personality. So yeah, I mean, I don't think
I'm
it was
glad you didn't get. I'm glad you didn't
but
get your mom's friend thrown in jail.
yeah, she wasn't stealing, just for the record.
Okay, good.
I think she just carried a lot of bags with her all the time. She was a mom, so she had a lot
I
of bags.
love it. All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right, I have another question for you. So what would Team Megan, so the people that sit on your team, say about you? So my example would be, my team always has to explain to me what's cool. So like last year in particular, they had to teach me what T meant. So like, what's the T? And they had to teach me what Gucci meant. So what would your team whisper about you behind your back?
Yeah, so I have a team of very young, digitally savvy folks. So I would say it's kind of similar in vein. Social media, I think they don't think that I'm on social media. So they've made comments to me in a moment or two, I think, where they forget reporting lines and structure. And that one time they said, well, for my generation, and then they'll like explain stuff to me, and I try to be a good sport about it. Especially when new things are coming out in Instagram or LinkedIn or any of the social media spaces. I think that they naturally just assume that I don't know. I
totally
try to stay up on the trends. I think I do post.
You do. I see it.
So I've had them explain stories to me. They probably walk away and they're like, yeah, she's like pretending to know what she pretends like she's on these like platforms.
She pretends she's on TikTok, but she doesn't actually know what TikTok is.
I am not on TikTok, but I do know what it is.
You know what it is. Okay, cool.